Hello, dear Aries. Welcome to my channel for astrology, Todayenergy. My name is Michaela, and this video is dedicated especially to you, Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries. We will discuss the major astrological events for April 2022 from your point of view, of course. It's going to be a quite interesting, intense, important month. We have two new moons. One of them is a solar eclipse. We have this magical conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune in the sign of Pisces. At the very end of the month, Pluto goes retrograde. So it's going to be a mixed bag of energies. We will have some tension. We can expect some karmic events, but as well some support from the universe. So, and by the way, dear Aries that have birthday in April, happy birthday to you and have a great year. We dive in to the month of April with the new moon on the 1st of April in the 11th degree of your sign. So this is your personal new moon. It's especially powerful for Aries, and especially if you have your moon, sun, or ascendant rising sign around 11 degree. You have the whole green light from the universe to initiate, to start any project you have in mind, relationship, work project, anything related to passion, to hobby, to your interests. Just be yourself and go for it, Aries. Of course, you know that I usually advise people to write down their wishes, around 10 wishes on each new moon, because it's a special energetic time that supports the growth of the seeds we plant in the few hours after the new moon happens. On the 3rd of April, we have the conjunction between Mercury and the Sun at 13 degrees of your sign. That's still your first house. And generally speaking, planets are not very comfortable when they transit so close to the sun. Ancient astrologers believe that the planet is burned in the rays by the strong energy of the sun. But there is a very special moment in which the planet is exactly in the center of the sun from our perspective. And since the sun is seen as the ruler, as the king of our world, because it gives us life, right? So it's a really important moment when the planet is meeting one-to-one with the ruler, right? It's like having a personal audience with the king. And so the planet is greatly benefited. And that happens the night from 2nd of April to the 3rd of April. Mercury is on a private audience with the sun. Now, on one side, that enhances our ability to receive some genius ideas, thoughts, insights, advices from the universe. Yeah, if we just think of things carefully, calm our mind and write down perhaps our ideas, that could be great. By the way, to be specific, I'm checking Bulgarian time, Eastern European time. So it's going to be this special moment. It's going to be from 10 o'clock at night on the 2nd of April and up until 7:30 in the morning on the 3rd of April. So we might receive some insights in our dreams, but also be prepared that when Mercury conjuncts the sun, there might be a restart, reboot of our plans, ideas, friendships, communications with other people. So we might rethink our plans and on the 3rd of April from the morning, start from the scratch, some new plans, some new idea. On the 5th of April, Mars conjuncts Saturn at 22 degrees of Aquarius. Now, Mars is your ruling planet, so it's representing you. And Aquarius tends to cool down your passion with this conjunction that lasts for a couple of days. We feel its energy before precisely it happens on the 5th and a couple of days after. So it brings you this cool-headedness, I would say, but also it can make you feel a bit more tired, drain your energy. Perhaps Saturn will ask Mars to think more realistically, to be a realist, but also it tends to sometimes turn the scales towards pessimism, unfortunately, a little bit. But this for you is your 11th house. So maybe you have the chance to build some serious and long-lasting relationships, friendships, establish some serious and important for you social and group projects. As well, 11th house is about your long-term goals. So you see, Aries, how the beginning of the month is several times asking you to decide where are you heading to. So what's your plan for the future, like very serious plan that you could, foresee for a couple of years ahead, at least your direction, right? Because Saturn expects you to be mature and to be serious about your future development and as well possibly about your friendships. At the same day, 5th of April, Venus goes to Pisces, and that's how she gets to your 12th house. Now, Venus represents your partners, and the whole month that she will be transiting Pisces, your partners will take this energy, the Piscean energy on them. So you might notice that your partners become more soft, more gentle, more romantic, dreamy, as well as perhaps distracted, compassionate, yeah, just all this Piscean energy. Venus bowing to your 12th house, I think will ask you to take more care of yourself, Aries. With all this energy in the world that you exert since the new moon in your sign, you might forget to spare some quiet moments for, for restoring, rebuilding this inner energy, this inner peace. So Venus in 12th house does all meditations, spiritual practices, just relax in isolation, pampering yourself, maybe with a day in a spa, for example, or just walk alone, quiet in the nature. This will be very pleasant for you. Venus is everything pleasant as well. Maybe you will be meeting people from different distant lands from abroad, and those meetings will be also quite nice for you. As well as communication with your psychologist, therapist, your guru, your spiritual leader, for instance, might be very, very beneficial. And Venus is where we put money into and where we earn money from. So 12th house could be financial exchange with foreign land or investing money in spiritual and esoteric things. So, oh, the same day, the 5th, yeah, the 5th of April, Mars makes square to the lunar nodes, to the karmic lunar nodes, the north one in Taurus and the south one in Scorpio. And this might feel as an important day because you might feel as on a crossroad between the future, the north node, and the past, the south node. The south node pulls us towards everything familiar, things we feel secure about, things we know, the comfort zone, while the north node shows us the direction of our progress, of our development. So no wonder that in such days when our ruling planet, like in this case Mars, your ruling planet, is in between the two options, right? And wondering, should I go to the unknown territory, or should I retrieve back to what's familiar and what feels safe? Maybe there would be two propositions, two options from which you must choose. So that kind of energy. And in your case, it might be wandering between some financial options. But of course, the North Node currently points towards Taurus. So that's your second house. So that's your work and how you make money with your own efforts. On the 11th, Mercury goes into Taurus. So exactly Mercury, the planet of movement, communication, negotiations, contracts, will support you, even will bring some kind of hustle and bustle in your house of finances, making money, spending money as well. So you might expect revisiting, maybe you will revisit your budget as well as your values and your self-esteem. Maybe you will join some webinar or course that enhances our self-love and self-esteem. On the 12th happens the magical conjunction between the two rulers of Pisces, Jupiter and Neptune, in the 23rd degree of Pisces. I do have already recorded a whole video dedicated to this unique conjunction. We won't experience it again in our lifetime, so you are welcome to watch this information. Briefly here, that happens in your 12th house of the hidden world, emotions, past, subconscious, healing, releasing, letting go of things from your life. And I believe this magic here will be extremely soothing and healing for you, because you really can let go of several types of fears, traumas, pains, grudges, offenses that you carry with you since God knows when, especially if you do practices and psychological work, possibly like regressions or constellations, when we work through our connection with our family, our roots, our ancestors, our past lives. So that might be very interesting for you in the middle of April. So cleans your subconscious, take care of yourself. Yeah, everything that we spoke about when Venus enters to Pisces in the on the 5th of April. Here it's magnified by Jupiter and Neptune. You might feel more emotional. Things might flood from you, just because it's such a water energy. Pisces is it's a water sign, it's mutable sign of shifts, of changes. Maybe also these two planets will help you fulfilling your dream connected to emigration, to going to some faraway or exotic country, or maybe you will find the path to your soul through spirituality, spiritual practices. You might find your guru, your psychologist, or just like go to some worship place or temple, or just meditate in the nature, and you will feel this healing power. Yeah, because Neptune and Jupiter is about expansion of your subconsciousness, healing as well, and releasing. On the 15th, Mars enters Pisces. Remember, Mars, that's you. So you will become really more spiritual, more gentle, compassionate, like more Piscean, maybe more in tune with the energies and with the universe. So you better protect your health and your emotional health, because you will be like a sponge, just feeling and soaking the energies of people around you. So it's very important whom you gather with and communicate with in the second half of the month. And as well, you will have really more energy dedicated towards activities that you do in isolation alone, or if you do work in places of isolation, like hospitals, for example, or some spa salons or temples. Also, you might introduce more energy into travels abroad. On the 16th, we have the full moon at the 26th degree, of Libra. So that's your 7th house, and you will feel it especially strong if your ascendant-descendant axis is around 26th degree. So full moons are usually some news, clarity, culmination point, and in this case, it's about your partnerships, relationships, personal ones, business ones, your spouse, your closest friends, people and institutions with whom you are signing contracts, as well as representing this very contracts. Maybe you'll have more information about some deal you're about to strike. Maybe you decide to cancel it, or quite the opposite, go forward. Relationship wise, for some Aries, there will be engagements. For some Aries, there will be weddings. But of course, for others, the culmination point might be as well endings and separations. But remember, everything happens for your, of course, highest good. On the 20th, the sun goes into Taurus, illuminating as well your second house of your natal chart. So for about a month, really, your focus will be onto your finances, work, property. I mean, like rather movable, like furniture, for example, and things you have at home, as well as acquiring things, buying, selling, your body, how you nourish and feed your body, and your self-esteem as well. 27th. On the 27th of April, Venus conjuncts Neptune in Pisces, again, your 12th house. So it's a great day, not only for romantic pleasures and moments with your soulmate. Maybe it's about meeting your soulmate, or maybe it's about meeting your own soul, diving deep in your own subconscious emotions through meditation, prayers. So it could be a great day for spiritual practices and healing. On the 29th, Pluto stations to go retrograde. So that's the day in which the planet is stopped, as if from our perspective, we don't see it moving. But because Pluto is the furthest planet from the sun, so it's the slowest one in the solar system. So everything that happens with the movement of Pluto affects us for way longer than just one day. So I would say we feel this Plutonian energy, let's say the last week of April for sure. So Pluto stops at 28 degree of Capricorn. That's important for you because that's your 10th house of mission, of status, and of career. So really for some Aries, especially if you're MC, yeah, the cusp, the beginning of your 10th house is around the 28th degree of Capricorn, you will feel this Pluto stationing, stopping, and going retrograde stronger than others. So it might be some power struggles or transformations or changes in your status. So whether you are employed or unemployed, whether you are foreigner or you live in your own country, whether you're married or divorced, a parent or a grandparent, maybe, yeah, owner of a pet or not owner of a pet, this kind of things, like your status, how people see you, really can experience transformations, changes. Something old can die out, something new can come as well. It's about your parents, mother, father. Astrologers say different opinions about whether 10th house represents the mother or the father. So I would just say some changes might happen in the life of your parents or your managers, employers, yeah, like higher hierarchy at work. So yeah, seems like the very importantly, on the 30th, not only that Mercury goes into Gemini, so that's your 3rd house. So Mercury starts stimulating your communication, getting to know people, activity in social media, publicity, PR, marketing, trades, documents. There will be hustle and bustle there for about 2 weeks, but also the same day we have the partial solar eclipse at 10 degrees of Taurus. Solar eclipses are like 10 times or even 100 times stronger new moon. So we have the chance from the universe given to start something new, and very often the eclipse is time of turmoils and vertexes of energy. So it's not so much about our own initiations, but it's about what the universe wants us to do, and gently returns us actually to our own path of development, because we have to have the participation of the lunar nodes, the north and south one, near the luminaries to have an eclipse. So it's about destiny, it's about karma. So in this case, destiny asks you to maybe reevaluate and start something new regarding your work. You see how the last days of April are about your career, your work, how you make money, but also how you take care of your home, of your material security, your material foundations, your budget, what you earn, what you spend, and as well your body, your health, your nutrition, diet, perhaps, and your self-esteem and values. Maybe you will reevaluate what is truly important for you, and and also what you spend your resources for, what you spend your time for, your energy, thoughts, affection, hopes, right? So it's all very important. So dear Aries, I hope this information was interesting and important for you, and it will be helpful in the next months, which will be really, really strong energy and interesting astrological events. Thank you so much for liking the videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye.